Hey, it's me again. So you thought I was done with this LP? No, God no. I forgot to show off one last thing. So this part is going to be very short, very brief, but I'm going to show off one particular thing that you can do. Now, as you all know, throughout our journey, we have been obtaining these Digimon medals. All of these medals we've been obtaining throughout our adventure. At first, your instinct is to sell them because they don't really have much value, right? Wrong. You don't want to sell them at the normal shop. What you want to do is meet this guy. This is the Metal Man. The Metal Man, of course, you can sell all your medals to this guy right here. And look at that. And he'll pay you a certain amount of money depending on how many medals you have, as well as the rarity of the medals. Look at that, over 50 freaking medals. I have completed the Royal Knights medal collection. Got some miracle meat. So we can talk to him again and see his collection. One attention to detail about this collection that I like. Every Digimon that you see here... I forgot about this guy. Now, there are a total of 500 medals in this game. A couple of the Digimons that appear here are also in the game. Like, they have a physical model and you can actually use them on your team. Hacker's Memory, the follow-up game to this, has more Digimon than this game, and as such, more medals. Pretty much this is your completion sort of esque task in case you're into that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's a total of 500 medals, and you're rewarded based on whether or not you've completed a collection or not. Is that all I wanted to show off? Well, not exactly. There's one other thing I want to point out. As you all know, in the first game you're able to access this particular area, the detective agency. In the follow-up game, you can't. Yeah, Hacker's Memory makes a lot of changes between this game and, well, the other game that you're not necessarily gonna notice. The other thing is that I want to also point out a couple of differences between them. Other than the obvious, there's more Digimon. Certain Digimons that were DLC Digimons are now regularly obtainable Digimons, thankfully, as well as other Digimons. Being, well, but Crap, I'm terrible at speaking. Like, one of my biggest weaknesses, speaking. But while I'm browsing, see if there's any I can digivolve. Ooh, not gonna do you for a while. So yeah, another thing that's worth addressing. Ooh. So anyway, also Hacker's Memory introduces a new thing called accessories. Pretty much in pretty much in the first game, you couldn't really do much to make your Digimon stand out from the rest. In Hacker's Memory, you can put little accessories on them. The accessories are purely cosmetic, and the way you obtain them is through playing multiplayer matches, because yes, this game does have multiplayer. I am not going to show that off because A, it's late, and B, I'm not necessarily the best at multiplayer. That, and when it comes to RPGs, I tend to stick to single player for the most part. But I should also dedicate this part to giving my thoughts onto this entire LP. Like, what are my thoughts on it? Honestly, I feel like this LP was not as good as my first one. Not gonna lie, not as good as my first LP, especially when compared to the later LPs I ended up doing. But I will say this one is clearly the longest one I've done. But even still, even though this LP is not the greatest, I still say this game is still a fantastic game. Very fantastic game. And I highly recommend it. And honestly, I'd say if you're new to RPGs, this is a good start. Both this and Hacker's Memory. Although in certain regards, I do find Hacker's Memory to be a little bit more difficult than this game, but not by much. So, yeah. As well as addressing plans for the channel. My plans for the channel are the following. A, wrap up Bionicle Heroes. Once December rolls around, I'm going to properly wrap up Bionicle Heroes. We are at the last area of the game where we have to face off against... Hold on, let me think. We've brought down Vorak in the last part that I recorded. So that would leave Axon and Radak himself, as well as the titular main baddie, Vizon and Fenric, or Fenric, whatever he's called. Honestly, and after Bionicle Heroes, I feel like doing a special LP. As you all know, a film is eventually going to be released next year called Godzilla King of the Monsters. And since Godzilla is starting to get some recognition nowadays, I thought might as well do an LP dedicated to the Big G. So, the next LP after Bionicle Heroes is going to be Godzilla Unleashed on the Wii. After all, I've already done a DS title, not DS, GameCube title, 2 of them. Actually, no, wait, 3 of them. Why do I keep forgetting about Battle Legends? Probably because I want to try and forget about the campaign, but I keep forgetting, like, the entire game, so it's like, yeesh. So, yeah. And after Godzilla Unleashed, I'm going to then try and find emulators, specifically Nintendo DS emulators. Why can I not speak? In order to, well, LP a couple of DS games, probably, once I figure out how the hell to do it. I think the DS games that I'm thinking of doing are the following: Mega Man ZX Advent, Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon Black 2, Digimon World Dawn, and Digimon World Dusk. Why am I doing this via emulator? Because I want to give emulators a second chance. My first experience with an emulator didn't go so well, to say the least. So, this is going to be me giving emulators a second chance. But until then, I'll probably upload the damn instruction video that I promised, as well as a couple of mock reviews depending on what I finish, which mocks I finish within the time span. The other thing I want to point out, other plans includes making a second channel. I decided that if I'm going to do animations or audio readings, since lately I've been writing stories involving my OCs, if you call them, on DA. Like, straight out writing them. Or in this case, typing. Because we live in a digital age now where a college degree is all but useless. And the media is filled with freaking lies. Yeah. But anyway, so, yeah, if you want to check out what I've been doing while I've been away from YouTube, you can check out my DA page. It's not really too hard to find. Just go onto DA, look up my name, there you go. You're probably going to find something from me. Or you can also look up my mascot's name, which I'm thinking of changing my user icon from Shine Greymon Burst Mode right here to one of my OCs. Which would mean original characters, but in my case it means original creatures, so... Because, you know, I can't draw people worth shit. Anywho. So those are pretty much my plans. Anything else I would like to address, it's this attention to detail right here. This is something I like about the Digimon games that the Pokemon games severely lack. An in-depth description of the Digimons in question. Like, literally, like, unlike the Pokedex in the Pokemon games, which are just a couple of sentences here and there, this, however, goes more in depth. And, you know, isn't nightmare fuel. So, yeah. If you haven't guessed by this image right here, you can tell how much time I spent on this game, so... So, yeah. Hopefully this will properly end Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. For reals this time, since I've finally shown off the Metal Man. And I think the next time I return to Cyber Sleuth, hopefully by then I have proper recording equipment for the Vita. And secondly, Yes, for anyone who's asking, Hacker's Memory will be a New Game Plus playthrough. I'm going to show you that because I'm a man of my word this time around. So, yeah. By the by, funny story. For those who don't know, a friend of mine is a total Pokemon nut. So when I showed him the Digimon series, and I introduced him to the Black Agumon line and the Black Agumon line and the like, he's like, "So what? Are there shinies or something?" And I'm like, "No," because of course any Digimon fan would know how different the Digimon series is. So yeah, again, this part is extremely short. It was just to show off the Metal Man, but if I ever decide to do Hacker's Memory, I'll probably do the Metal Man along the way this time around, as opposed to just wait till the end. So yeah, again, next time I see everyone, it'll be December, which at this point, semester is going to be out, and at this point, I'm more than likely going to drop out of college in order to find a job to ensure I'm able to do all this. Because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy writing stories, I enjoy doing LPs, mock reviews, animation, all that, and really, I can't do that if I'm in a classroom surrounded by, not to be rude or anything, idiots. 24/7. So yeah. I know it might sound selfish, but I have my reasons. Like anyone else, even a YouTuber or any content creator, they're just people at the end of the day. They're not perfect. They make screw-ups, they make mistakes from time to time. It's just to be expected. Because, of course, despite how people like to view the world as black and white, the world's actually more gray, as many works of fiction, including this series as a whole, would like to demonstrate. How there are good people who do terrible things, and there are terrible people who do good things. But I'm done rambling. So see you guys next time, where I will continue with Bionicle Heroes, and then get started on the next LP after Bionicle Heroes. See you guys later.